If you can hear me, Amanda, bring us back. If you can shut the ad down. Amanda, if you can hear us, shut the ad down, please.
I'm sorry, I didn't know they were doing it right now.
Coach Smith spent 25 years here with Labette County High School as a PE teacher and head boys basketball coach. During his 25-year tenure
Whitty's got it.
here at Labette County High School, Coach Smith amassed the most wins of any LCHS boys basketball coach in the 100-plus year history of the school at 289. Other notable accomplishments include 5 trips to the state tournament, state championship game appearance, 3 SEK League coach championships, numerous All-State and All-SEK players. But with Coach Smith, it's not about the wins and losses. It's about the experiences, the lessons learned that Coach Smith and the game of basketball taught. Life lessons help young men become successful in life. Coach, thanks for all your hard work, time, dedication, and unwavering loyalty to Labette County High School and the Grizzlies basketball program. There was a quote in the locker room early on in Coach Smith's tenure.
Here in Harrison Gymnasium, we're listening in as they present head coach of the Independence Bulldogs, former Labette County coach Brad Smith with the basketball, so we'll let you listen in.
Congratulations. Thank you. Coach Whitty's got a great ball. But that's Coach Smith's great ball at Labette High School.
As a standing ovation occurs here in Harrison Gymnasium, hugs from the former coaches, head or assistant coach Clint Whitty, head coach of the Lady Grizzlies, Coach Snyder, former assistant coach of Brad Smith's Brian Tucker, Brad Augerbright, and the new assistant coach Dave Brown to Labette County as they present Coach Smith with a basketball painted with his victories at Labette County and all of his years. As we tried to get you back here for it, we weren't quite successful. We couldn't get communication done, but an awesome opportunity here is a standing ovation from everyone in this gymnasium here tonight for head coach Brad Smith of the Independence Bulldogs. As the Grizzlies take the floor, the Bulldogs take the floor. We're 16 minutes away from the start of this one here in Harrison Gymnasium, so it's a big one. Labette County Grizzlies got to continue to make a climb in the SEK League, but it's also the return of head coach Brad Smith to his alma mater, the guy who put the foundation down for Grizzly basketball here in Labette County High School. Numerous SEK League games. If we find him, trying to look around, find the boys. Ever since 2000, it's all him. In 2000, 4A sub-state champions, 4A state second place, 04 SEK co-champions, and 4A sub-state champions, 06 sub-state champions, 06 SEK co-champions, 09 SEK co-champions, 17 4A sub-state champions, and a state berth in 17 and 18. This is who he is. This is what he brings to the table. He's got to have his team ready to go tonight. Labette County's got to be ready to respond, as they are outsized in this one big time.
Yeah, they are. We briefly touched on this just before the second half of the girls' game started, so we'll talk about it some more. But Independence, the boys have a 6'6" and a 6'7". You kind of discussed with Augerbright, the 6'7" kid doesn't really play?
Not as much. The 6'6" kid's their best player on the entire team, and I watch him in warm-ups, you'd believe that.
Yeah, you definitely recognize that name, Easton Ewing, the 6'6" sophomore. But back to my point, you mentioned a 2-3 zone, which I do not disagree with at all. But if you go man, I mean, I don't want to say we can't, but whenever he catches the ball, you're going to have to double him. If he doesn't score, he gets to the free throw line or dishes. I mean, I don't know.
You're not wrong. And what's even scarier is Coach Smith's in a great situation. They're both sophomores, and they're both in a position to be very good basketball players as sophomores, as we're 14 minutes and 29 seconds away from the start of this one. Let's go ahead and take a 2-minute timeout as Jack hopped on a phone call real quick. When we come back, we'll break down this Independence Bulldogs team as they're still young and athletic, going to be without one of their better players, a 5'10" guard, a senior, Jackson Page. as we'll discuss that. 2 minutes here on KLKC, and we'll be right back. Grizzly basketball approaching 11 minutes and 30 seconds away from action here between the Bulldogs and your Labette County Grizzlies. Lady Grizzlies victorious by a final score of 70-29. A big win for them and making a statement to the rest of the SEK League. It's a big one on tap here between the Labette County Grizzlies and the Independence Bulldogs, a tale of two different teams, a team with size on the inside and a team with speed on the perimeter who wants to shoot the three ball. And, Jack, it's one of those, you break down the two teams, that's exactly it. You're going to have to guard the paint. You got to guard the 6'6 Ewing, as we know how effective he can be. Him, and he's missing his counterpart in Page, who's out tonight. We don't know the reasoning for him being out. I don't know if it's because of injury or COVID regulations, whatever it may be. But him, Ewing, and Page are the two reasons why they won against the Burlington Wildcats in the first round of the Burlington Invitational.
Right. Yeah, usually whenever we're looking at an opponent, because we're not dominant in the paint, okay? Facts don't care about your feelings. We're not dominant in the paint. And whenever we're looking at another team, it's usually like, oh, man, we're going to have to deal with this 6'3 guy. Look at that. We have to deal with a 6'6 guy tonight.
And, a 6'6 guy with moves and can shoot from three.
Because sometimes there will be a player who's 6'6", 6'8", and he can't play basketball. This kid can play basketball, as you just said. You know him a lot better than I do through, I think, baseball maybe.
Baseball, and he goes over by the Liberty area. I know his grandparents really well.
But anyways, he's a ball player, and he's going to know how to get around us. He's going to know how to get to the free throw line. And I'm assuming he's one of those players, based off of what I've heard, that you can't just foul and be okay. He's going to make one or miss both. He's probably going to make them both most of the time.
You aren't going to do a Udoka Azubuike on him because he's going to make you pay if you send him to the free throw line. He's going to make you pay if you don't guard him, don't double team. But you're going to have to strategize. I'm sure Coach Argerbright, his staff has. But you flip sides, Labette County for the first time here against last game. Mine just went blank. Last game.
Who we played, Fort Scott?
Fort Scott. We saw Meister, we saw Heston finally match each other in the point column, which is something they've had to try and develop.
Yep.
You're going to have to find a third scorer. You aren't going to hold this team to less. And so who's that third scorer? because is it going to be Carnahan? Is it going to be Vincent? Is it going to be Eaton? Vincent shows capabilities time for time, but he doesn't go and finish it.
Yes. Yeah, and that's going to be one of my keys. I mean, I'll just say it. Take the lanes. So many times we have an edge on our defender that we don't take for whatever reason, like fear of messing up. Is it the right decision? It's not what coach wants me to do. It's not the offensive play we're supposed to be running. Take those edges on your opponents. That's how you get to the free throw line. That's how you create 3-point shots. That's how you create foul trouble on your opponent. And that's how you get in their head, and that's how you win the game. And I think, like you just said, Eaton can do it, Vincent can do it, Carnahan can do it. All of them can do it. But there's a few that I like to see do it in particular. Chase Carnahan is due for an 8 to 10 point game. An 8-point game from Chase Carnahan would just be great and help us out. He can score 15, do not get me wrong, but to just help us out, an 8 or 10 point game from him would be big.
Well, it's not even like you're not telling Eli Heston, hey, I need you to have 10 every night, or I don't need you to have 20 at that. You're not telling Alex Meister, hey, I need 20 from you a night. If you could just get 4 guys on the floor, they'll score 10 tonight. You're at 40, and then somebody's going to have more than 10 eventually. And then maybe your bench supplies more. Eaton or Vincent, one of the two will come off the bench tonight. We're not sure which one. But whoever does has to be a threat. Cooper Peak, you come off the bench, your job's going to be to shoot the 3 and play defense. Then you start looking at Hudson Baker. Man, you're going to draw a tough assignment tonight and draw a very physical 6'6" Easton Ewing. John Redford, what are you going to give us? Are you going to drive that lane, pull up? There's got to be other guys outside of our 2 scorers that are willing to score the basketball to help us out.
Yeah, and in our last 2 wins against Sabetha, Eli had like 22, and then it dropped off dramatically. And then against Fort Scott, it was just a low-scoring game. We scored 31 and won. It was 31 or 33 and won the game. That's only going to get us so far. Like you just said, we're going to have to find a way, and we're going to have to find a night where we can just score points. And I think that might be the case tonight, and find different people to do it against this Independence team who's capable of scoring inside and out dramatically on each possession. So defense is going to be huge, don't get me wrong, but we're going to have some firepower tonight and keep up with these Bulldogs.
As we see Independence head to the locker room, we're 6 minutes and 30 seconds away from action here in Harrison Gymnasium. Let's take one final 2-minute timeout. We come back, we'll have starting lineups and your national anthem here in Altamont. It's the Grizzlies, it's the Bulldogs. 2 minutes here on KLKC. Bulldogs Grizzlies here in Harrison Gymnasium. Both teams emerge from the locker room. Starters have their tops off. We'll get them to you right now. First, for the visiting team, the Independence Bulldogs, they're in their road blacks, white numerals, gold trim around the legs and up the sides and on the shoulders. Or orange trim, correction, not gold. First, for the Bulldogs, it's going to be a 5'8 junior, number 4, Davis Merrick. Number 14, a 5'8 junior, Brecken Birdie. Number 15, a 5'11 senior, Caleb Johnston. Number 22, a 5'11 sophomore, Hayden Smith. And number 23, a 6'6 sophomore, Easton Ewing. So again, for the Bulldogs, it's Merrick, Birdie, Johnston, Smith, and Ewing. And for Labette County, they're in their home whites, red piping up the side and red lettering across the chest. It says Grizzlies with red numerals in black outline. It's number 4, a 5'10 sophomore, Travion Vinson. Number 5, a 5'11 junior, Eli Heston. Number 10, a 6' junior, Chase Carnahan. Number 12, a 6'2 junior, Alex Meister. And number 21, a 6' senior, Trent Brock. So again, Vincent, Heston, Carnahan, Meister, and Brock for the Grizzlies. Jack, give me 3 keys tonight for the Grizzlies to be victorious over this Bulldog team.
Well, usually I don't really put them in any order. They're just kind of the 3 keys. But the number 1 key tonight, I know we talk about the defense down there on Ewing. This does have to do with that. Have a presence. Be felt. Because I've been told that as a player from my coach before in our team. Like, they're not really even realizing you're there. There have been games where it's like, okay, are we playing defense? And if we do that tonight, we're going to find ourselves in a hole that we can't get out of. So have a presence and make Indy, and especially Easton Ewing, feel you physically. Get a little trappy and chippy and see how far these refs will go down there. The second one, like I mentioned earlier, is going to be take lanes, but not just take those lanes, shoot. Lean into your defender and try to get to the free throw line and make a layup. If it's not there, just kick it out for a 3. But take those lanes and drive past your defender every chance you can. And the third one is similar. It's offense. Ball movement. If the ball sticks, our offense isn't good enough to just rely on a ball drive kick out 3 every time. Ball movement is going to happen. We're going to have to try to throw these Bulldogs off balance just a little bit, and ball movement is how you make that happen.
As we get ready for the national anthem here in Harrison Gymnasium, both teams are back to their respective benches. As we're waiting the flag to drop, you've got Jack's 3 keys. We'll see who takes the house here tonight. Will the Grizzlies go for another win, make it 3 straight, or will they fall tonight to these Independence Bulldogs who are trying to get back on track after falling to the Phil Kinley Golden Tornado? As we see Coach Argenbright make his way over to the student section, and he's asking them to be loud and as we're back now, we're having issues with our box. We'll see if we hold. Bear with us as we're working with our box. As we're here,
I'm not touching that table.
Not touching the table, as we've got a very touchy box plugged into the back of our radio headsets. Banners coming, or flags coming down. We'll keep it here as the band gets ready to perform our national anthem here in Harrison Gymnasium. as the Grizzly band performs the national anthem to perfection. As we get ready for action here, starting lineup's about to happen at Harrison Gymnasium. Let's take a 30-second timeout. We come back, we'll recap the lineups, and we'll be ready for tip-off here between the Bulldogs and the Grizzlies. Starting lineup still being introduced. We'll recap them for you here. The Bulldogs will start with this. It will be number 4, Davis Merrick. Number 14, Brecken Birdie. Number 15, Caleb Johnston. Number 22, Hayden Smith. And number 23, Easton Ewing. And for Labette County, back to the original starting lineup of the season. Number 4, Trey Vincent. Number 5, Eli Heston. Number 10, Chase Carnahan. Number 12, Alex Meister. And number 21, Trent Brock. Jack, any final thoughts before we get ready for action here in Harrison?
Well, you know, we've kind of talked a lot about how the way we've talked, it's made it seem like the Grizzlies are a horrendous underdog tonight. I don't think so. Talking to some of the players, you know, my buddies before the season started or before league play started, we were running through the different teams. And I was like, okay, what's Indy look like? And they go, oh, we should definitely beat them. They're a beatable team. They've only won one game. We're acting like they're undefeated in this huge Goliath. We can win this game.
I'm not. I don't think anybody's saying we can't win this game. I don't think you and I are acting like we can't win this game. But I think you're going to have to defend the post, which is something we've really struggled with. You go back and look at Fort Scott in the last matchup, and their inside guy had 20 of the 29 points.
Yeah. Yeah, and he was a bigger built guard, so he could score inside and out. But, like, all of them, I think, came from, like, inside.
All of them.
Or at the free throw line,
Every one of them was inside or to the free throw.
Yeah. So, I mean, we'll see how we defend them.
As we get ready for action here between the Grizzlies and the Bulldogs, Bulldogs will start with the possession. As Grizzlies pick up man-to-man defense, Bulldogs look to get it in. Ball will come inbounds to Davis Merrick. Merrick will run the point guard for the Bulldogs. A power formation. I've seen this before. Ball goes inside Ewing. He surveys, works against Brock, goes up and strong, misses it. Rebound backside by the Bulldogs. Number 15, Johnston, no good. Rebound Grizzlies, and here they come out in transition. Vincent has it, kicks it to Carnahan. He's going to drive, wide open layup, and score it for Chase Carnahan. And you can tell already this game means something to these 5 Grizzlies on the floor.
Yeah, it does. And Chase had an open lane, and Trent sealed off Ewing. So Trent made that happen.
Grizzlies' intensity on defense picking up. They try to go inside to Ewing, corralled by Labette County, and it is a held ball, and it will be Labette County basketball.
Yeah, I mean, you can just feel instant momentum, and this gym and the 2 extra tickets than they had been allowing, I feel it playing a part already. Exactly, and the student section. You can feel it making a big difference early.
Carnahan with the basketball. He's setting it up on the right side. Vincent running baseline, nothing there. They've got it to Heston on the top of the key. Now over to Meister. Pump fakes the 3. He drives in the lane. Floater over Ewing. No good. Rebound backside by Birdie of the Bulldogs. As the ball will go to Smith, and he'll look to set it up.
That was a pretty shot by Alex, and he likes it, so I'm not upset about that look.
Cut by Ewing. He's open. He's going to go up and score it against Brock. 2 points for Ewing. This game's not a back up at 2 as we're just starting. And both these coaches pacing the sideline in the coach's box for everything it's worth.
Yeah, and as of now, we're not doing anything special on Ewing. Nothing that we haven't seen, at least. Just whenever he catches it and gets position, we might double. But basically, it's just Trent and Easton down there.
Heston with the basketball. He sets back up the offense. Surveys the floor, gets it over to Carnahan now. Carnahan guarded by Merrick. Double cut action by the Grizzlies. A down screen set for Brock. Brock now over to Heston. Heston tries to drive, and they're going to get the foul on Hayden Smith as he reached in and got the arm of Eli Heston. First foul on the Bulldogs, first on Smith.
It looked like that play was designed for Trey to come kind of loop around baseline and settle for three in the corner, and he wasn't quite ready for it and hesitated a little bit, but we got a foul anyways.
Carnahan to set it up. He's going to use a screen from Meister. Go up, floater, no good. Blocked by the Bulldogs, saved from going out of bounds by Caleb Johnston. And the Bulldogs elect to set it up slow here as Smith sets and calls the play for these Bulldogs.
He called wing post.
Wing post, as we've seen the offense before. A ball missed on the layup by Smith. Rebound by Ewing on the backside. And he's fouled going up for the shot. And Jack, you and I might know a lot of these offenses that are about ready to come out.
Yeah, wing post. I knew it was going to the elbow, and he either has the option to hand it off
or
pull it up, and he handed it off. I remember running that.
Ewing's first shot is up and in. One more for Ewing. Bulldogs take a 1-point lead here at the 5:42 mark in the first quarter. Second one up from Ewing is good as we see the Bulldogs go into a 2-3 zone here against the Labette County Grizzlies. Vincent's going to control the offense here against this 2-3. It's a matchup zone almost is what it seems like, more than it is a actual 2-3 zone. Heston drives, kicks it to Vincent, pump fakes a three. He gets in the lane, kicks it out to Meister for an open three, and can it from downtown for Alex Meister. 5-4 Labette County.
He's got a pretty shot, and he clapped for that one, so he was set, hands in place. He was ready to make that three, and he did.
Dribble weave action here from the Bulldogs. An open three from Birdie, no good. Up off the backboard, rebound Carnahan. Grizzlies look to push the pace here, leading by one. Heston drives baseline, puts up a floater over Ewing. He connects it and draws the foul against number 23, Easton Ewing, for the body. So 7-4, 1 to come here for Eli Heston.
That was beautiful. He acted like he was going to back it out and set up the offense, and then snatched it behind the back and took him baseline and got the floater and one. That was a crafty move there by Eli.
Free throw from Heston is short, no good. And they've got another foul on Ewing. They've got a lane violation, so not a foul, just a lane violation on Ewing, so a reshot here for Eli, and that's a big one. As Eaton checks into the ball game, he'll replace Trey Vinson. Second shot is up, no good. Rebound Ewing. Bulldogs trailing Grizzlies with the lead, 7-4. As we'll see what the Grizzly defense goes back to man here, and it's a power set as we used to call it for the Bulldogs. As now they'll rotate into, I don't know what they're really trying to run, but the ball comes over, and it's a steal by Carnahan. It's almost like they got confused. They were all just standing still, nowhere to go, and it's just stand and watch the point guard.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a busted play or an ISO that didn't happen, but yeah, you're right. It was just kind of crash course.
Ball looks to be inbounded for the Bulldogs. It's going to be Merrick controlling the point guard position. He brings it to the left side, hands it off to Birdie. Birdie goes inside to Ewing, triple team on Ewing. He's got to get it out, nowhere to go, and they're going to get a 3-second violation against Easton Ewing, as soon as that ball hit the paint, it was a full-on collapse on the 6'6 Ewing.
And something else that can play a part other than just physically making it tougher for Ewing to score is to get in his head a little bit, frustrate him. Try to fluster him as much as you can.
Man-to-man defense on the Grizzlies now from the Bulldogs. Heston goes up, no foul called. He was looking for it. Rebound backside by Smith as the Bulldogs come back to set up the offense. He gets it over now to Merrick. Merrick now rotates the ball around the perimeter. They've got Ewing in an ISO. We'll see if they elect to go to him. Now they will. Ewing squares up. He's going to shoot it. Long, no good. Rebound backside by Smith. Kick out now to Merrick. He's going to rotate it around the perimeter. A drive by Birdie. He goes in the lane, nothing there. Puts up the shot, no good. Rebound by Ewing. He goes up and he is fouled. Easton Ewing will head to the line for 2 shots. The foul is going to go on White 5. That will be Eli Heston.
Yeah, and that goes back to always knowing where he is, because it looked like Eli somehow was on him at first, and then after the shot was put up and he missed, Ewing just soared in. Nobody touched him. You have to know where he is and put a body on him.
Ewing's third free throw of the ball game is up and in. One more to come here. 7-5 to score. 3:32 remains here in the first quarter. Shot from Ewing is up and in. All five on the ball game. Brought to you by Easton Ewing. Number 12 now checking in for the Bulldogs, replacing Caleb Johnson. It's number 12, Cooper Smith. Ball comes across half court. It's Carnahan over to Meister. He's surveying. He's got one-on-one. He's going to drive against Smith. Nothing there as he'll back it back out and rotate it around the perimeter to Griffin Eaton. Eaton looked to get away with a traveling violation there, but we'll take the no call. As Meister uses the dribble weave, pulls up from the free throw line. Long, no good. Rebound Ewing. He just about grabbed that ball off the rim.
Yeah, he did.
Ball coming up the floor. It's Cooper Smith running the point guard position for the Bulldogs. He gets all the way into the lane, and he is stripped. Ball up the floor now. It's Heston in transition. Layup. No good as the foul is committed by Cooper Smith. So correction, the guy who took the drive for the Bulldogs was number 22, Hayden Smith. And Cooper Smith takes the foul on the other end.
Yeah, transition offense is not something this Grizzly team is known for or thrives on or necessarily consistent at. But if we can kind of find an identity through transition offense, we can see ourselves scoring a lot more points.
Heston's first free throw is up and in. Two subs for Labette County. It's Vinson and Russell McCarty, as Brock and Carnahan will both take a seat here at the 2:49 mark. Grizzlies lead is 2, 8-6. Next shot from Heston is up and in, 9-6. Labette County with the lead here. 2:47 remains in quarter number one.
Yeah, this is a fun game. I mean, it's just fun to have Coach Smith back. Two pretty even teams across the boards. This has been a fun one, and the atmosphere's kind of back.
Ball goes into the corner, a three from Birdie. He hits it, knotted up at 9 here in Harrison. 2:28 to go. Labette County looking to respond. Ball into the corner to Vincent, no one there. A long air ball shot from Trey Vincent, as rebound is tracked down by the Bulldogs, and they'll look to set it up once again as Hayden Smith brings it up. Play call in from Coach Smith as they'll survey the floor now. Hayden Smith with the basketball, hands it off to Merrick. Gets another screen from Cooper Smith. As they're just dribbling, looking to find something, they'll dish it into Ewing. What a pass
that was
from
pretty.
Davis Merrick as he drove the contact and an underhand dish. The 11-9 Bulldogs. Vincent with the basketball. Grizzlies looking to respond here. Been silent on the offensive end as there a full denial on Eli Heston currently. Eaton with the basketball, drives now, gets it off to Vincent. Vincent, it travels with the basketball, shuffles his feet before he puts it on the deck. Turnover, Labette County. Chase Carnahan not with much of a breather, maybe a minute, back into the ball game as he'll replace Trey Vincent. And the Grizzlies will head to a 2-3 zone.
That was really pretty offense there by Independence. And again, we lost him. We didn't put a body on him. You almost have to face him. Like, you cannot lose Ewing or he's going to beat you on the glass.
New sub for the Bulldogs is Jimmy Unruh, number 20. Ball skips far side, inside to Ewing now. Cross-court pass to an open Merrick for three. Hit it for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs extend their lead now, 14-9.
Yeah, and if somebody starts to get hot, that hurts us even more because we can't put all of our attention on Ewing because he sucked in 3 defenders there.
An errant pass, and the official is hit, not able to get out of the way. Turnover for Independence and a foul underneath.
The ref's part of the court.
The ref is part of the court.
Everybody's complaining about it.
And the ball went into the corner, or went up the floor, and the official was not able to get out of the way and ran right into by an Independence defender.
Yeah, I've seen that happen before. I was actually at the game. It was a KU game. The ball was going out of bounds, and it hit the ref and came back in bounds, and that's just part of it.
14-9, free throw from Meister's up. So after all the commotion, Meister attacked the rim and drew the foul on number 12, Cooper Smith, as he picked up his second foul already in this one. So he takes a seat, and Caleb Johnston checks back in. Meister's second free throw is up and in. 14-11 the score. Bulldogs lead is just 3. Grizzlies go back to man-to-man defense now. Unruh with the basketball. He drives, get in the lane, up and under, no good. Rebound McCarty, and here comes Griffin Eaton with the basketball. Under a minute to play here in quarter number 1. Meister drives left, right in the body of Unruh. No foul, and it's out of bounds off of Independence, and it will be Labette County basketball.
Yeah, and if you were to say that at halftime, Indy lead is 3, I'd be pleased. But to be honest with you, I expect a Grizzly lead at halftime. I still feel that momentum from the opening couple minutes. They're not playing bad. They look comfortable. That's the one thing that I've noticed. They look the most confident that they have all season.
Carnahan with the basketball. They tried to get it to Heston, but number 22, Smith, stays right there with him. Heston's going to pull it for 3 in front of Smith. Leaves it just short. Rebound by Ewing. 20 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. And it is Bulldogs with the basketball. And there's a foul on Heston. That's 2 on Heston, as it was Hayden Smith running the point guard position. So 2 fouls on Heston. He's going to take a seat, and here comes Trey Vinson.
I keep forgetting that this is just the first quarter. This has been so packed of emotion, action, just everything, that it feels like it's almost halftime.
Ball up top to Caleb Johnson. They'll go inside to Ewing. Ewing triple team, puts up a fadeaway, no good. And there's a foul for over the back, and it's going to go on Alex Meister, number 12.
He changed his call.
That's who I expected it to be on, so I was going to be wrong if they went the other way. But they called it on Alex Meister, number 12. It's his second. Inbound play coming for the Bulldogs. It's a lob over the top to Ewing. He'll put it up with 1 second left. Gets his miss, put it up again. Misses 2 opportunities. At the end of quarter number 1 in what's been a jam-packed quarter, it's Independence Bulldogs 14, Labette County Grizzlies 11. 30-second timeout here on KLKC.
When it comes to choosing the best health care for yourself and your loved ones, there are other hospitals.
And then there's our hospital.
The difference is that while other hospitals will care for you,
We will actually care about you.
Other hospitals make decisions based on what's best for their bottom line.
While we do what's best for our community.
If you're looking for a pretty hospital, they're out there.
but if you're looking for the best hospital, it's here.
And here.
When award-earning care is as close as this, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
At Labette Health, we center around you.
$14 to 11 the score at the end of quarter number 1. As the Grizzlies take the floor, it'll be Carnahan, Heston, Eaton, Vinson, and Brock. And for the Bulldogs, it will be number 4, Merrick, number 23, Ewing, number 22, Smith, number 15, Johnston, and number 20. I had the wrong number earlier. Number 20, Travarius Wilson, is in the ball game, not 21, Unruh. Merrick brings the ball up the floor for the Bulldogs. Man-to-man defense for the Grizzlies. To Smith it goes, working against Heston. As they'll get it into the corner to Merrick, looking in for an ISO for Ewing, nothing there. Ball surveys the floor up top now to Smith. Smith sets back up the offense for Labette County, or for the Bulldogs. Wilson with it on the right wing. He's going to bring it to the center of the floor now and hand it off to Merrick. Cutting Ewing, they'll get it into him, worked on by Brock. He's in, they'll kick it out now, nothing there. As this going to be number 22, Smith driving, kicking it to Wilson. Wilson drives baseline, puts up the floater, no good. Rebound by Ewing, goes up, no foul call. Coach Smith pleading for one. Rebound Vincent. Vincent now kick it out to Carnahan. An open Eaton, he'll put up the floater over Ewing, no good. Rebound Ewing, and Ewing's having a case in this one just by his length in the lane.
Yeah, he is. Trent Brock kind of turned around and held his face for a minute there. I think he caught a bow or a shoulder from Ewing on accident.
Ball inside. Merrick on the outside with it. They're going to hit a cutting Johnston. He's going to lay it in for two. A good pass from Wilson. 16-11, the Bulldogs. Heston looks to respond for Labette County. Back up top to Eaton around the perimeter to Carnahan. A screen for Heston gets him free. Now they double him, trying to get him the ball out of his hand. He's going to drive in the lane, kick it to Eaton. He'll launch a three. Wide left, no good. Rebound by Johnston of the Bulldogs.
That's not a bad shot there from Griff. I like the selection. But we can't get frustrated and in a hurry. There's no reason to. We're down 5 with 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Too many times it seems like teams who necessarily aren't used to winning get flustered and find themselves down by double digits at half.
As they get a foul here on Trent Brock inside. As Brock had a hold of Ewing. We'll see. That is team foul number 6, or team foul number 5 on the Labette County Grizzlies, in the first on Brock, so no foul trouble for Brock yet. A sub for Labette County, 2 of them. Meister returns to the floor, and number 11, the senior Cooper Peak, checking in for the Grizzlies. Carnahan with active hands near steal here as he tried to take it away from Davis Merrick. So Vincent and Eaton both sit down for Labette County here at the 6:01 mark to go in the half.
Chase has really good hands on the ball, but something he's got better throughout this season has been anticipating where passes are going to go.
Ball up at the top of the key with Smith. They go inside to Ewing. He goes up, misses the 2-footer. What a rebound on the backside by Cooper Peak. Heston pushing the tempo. He'll back it back out, take a driving lane, kick it to Peak, right back to Heston. As they'll search through, try to find an open shot. Now right back to Heston, guarded closely by Hayden Smith. A cut, pick and roll, find for Trent Brock as they go on the big man with the pick and roll, and they score it. 16-13, Grizzlies trail by 3, starting to cut into this Bulldog lead.
We don't see much pick and roll action from this Grizzly team, so it's nice to see some success off of it there.
Ball to the right side to Birdie. Watches his cutters, now skips it up top to Smith. An illegal screen against the Bulldogs, number 4, Davis Merrick, as he got an illegal pick on Cooper Peak. Turnover, Bulldogs. Grizzlies with a chance to either tie this up or cut the lead to 1 here on this next possession.
Yeah, I mean, the gym's starting to get back into it. Our players haven't bowed down, as we all knew they wouldn't, and we have a chance to tie it here on this possession.
Carnahan swings the ball over to Meister. Meister now at the left key, kicks it up top to Heston. He'll launch a 3, no good. Rebound, Ewing. And another one and done for the Grizzlies on this possession.
We have another
pick and roll coming to the top here, Jack. Tap of the head. It's Carolina pick and roll for the Bulldogs as it comes back up top now to for these Bulldogs around the perimeter. Double screen set for Birdie. Nothing there. Kicks it to number 22, Smith. He'll hit the 3. Lead right back to 6 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Smith is really confident shooting the ball. He's got kind of a different stroke, but it works for him.
Heston with the top of the key. Smith staying right on Heston. You can tell that's been his instruction. I don't care how much you score it, but you're not going to let Eli Heston score it. And a foul against number 4, Davis Merrick, who pushed Eli Heston on the screen.
The ref, before Eli hit the ground, he loaded up. I promise you, he loaded up to call an offensive foul. But as Eli fell, I kid you not, he pulled his arm back and called the foul on Indy.
As number 4, Davis Merrick, checks out with his second. That's the 6th team foul against the Bulldogs, as that brings Wilson back into the ballgame. Meister with it, comes right side to Peak up top, now to Brock around the perimeter. The ball swings. They get it to Heston. Heston surveys. He's got Meister. Meister will launch the 3. Long, no good. Rebound by Easton Ewing. And it's been almost anybody who's getting a rebound. It's Ewing getting a rebound.
Yeah, it is. I mean, he's dominant down there, especially on both ends. Whether he rebounds the ball or not, like you mentioned earlier, just his presence is a lot for us to handle.
Wilson has the basketball. They go inside to Ewing. Immediate double team on Ewing. They'll cross-court pass to Smith. 4-3, short, no good. Rebound. Chase Carnahan on the backside. Now up to Alex Meister. 3:20 remains here in the first half. It's Independence Bulldogs 19, Labette County Grizzlies 13. Carnahan picks up his dribble. He's in trouble. He gets it over now to Meister on the left wing. Ball up top to Trent Brock. He surveys off now to Carnahan. Double screen set for Carnahan. Tries to turn a corner, nothing there. Now it's Peak with it, driving, finds Brock on the backside. Brock will launch from just inside three-point line, no good. Rebound Wilson, and a good drive and kick there from the senior Cooper Peak.
Yeah, it was. Trent doesn't shoot the ball much, but whenever he does, especially recalling practicing with him, he likes those short corner pull-ups.
A right-handed hook from Ewing, no good. Rebound Grizzlies. Meister out in transition, looking to attack, goes up, and they're going to get a block
He
call.
didn't call anything.
He got a block call against number 14, Brecken Birdie. He hit his hip as soon as the ball went through the rim.
He hesitated, though. That's the second time that ref has wanted to call something else, but then he didn't, which I'm happy.
As the basket is good for Alex Meister, makes the score 19-15. Peak checks out, Eaton checks back in. That will send Caleb Johnston to the bench. The foul's not on him, but they send him to the bench. And number 12, Cooper Smith comes back in. Rebound backside off the miss by Meister. It's Eaton. Kick out three for Meister. No good. Rebound by Hayden Smith as the Bulldogs will set up an offense here.
Yeah, and that and one came off of transition offense. So whenever we have been able to pick up the pace in transition, it has turned out well for us.
As Bulldogs look confused on what they're setting up here, as they're going to get it off to Wilson now. Wilson surveys the floor. Up top now to Birdie. Birdie looks, no motion yet from the Bulldogs, as now they'll get an open look for number 22, Hayden Smith. It's wide right, and a foul on the backside as Wilson crashes the boards and gets the body of Chase Carnahan. That's going to put the Grizzlies in the bonus here. So Carnahan will head to the line for a 1-and-1.
It's going to be big for us to be able to convert on these free throws, because I have a feeling that this game's going to be kind of like this come 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter as well. We may have the lead, but it's going to be tight either way, and free throws is going to be big starting now.
Long free throw from Carnahan. He misses the 1-and-1 as the Bulldogs control the board here. 19-15 the score. 1:46 remains in the first half. As another near steal by Carnahan as he tipped the pass of Smith. They go inside to Ewing. Ewing skips it back corner, open three for Brecken Birdie. And that's one thing the Grizzlies can't allow is the three-point ball to get hot for these Bulldogs. Heston with it, 22-15, trying to find something. Meister with it, turns the corner, he's in the lane, dishes off to Brock outside to Eaton. He's going to drive, nothing there, puts up a floater, and a bank floater at that over Easton Ewing. 22-17 now. Grizzlies need another stop here as we approach 1 minute to go in the first half.
Yes, we do, and we needed a bucket there, and Trent turned one up, but Griff found one he liked.
And a traveling violation against number 14, Brecken Birdie, and he did not like it. As Birdie turned around, looked at the official, and he's still talking to the official.
He did.
He traveled, shuffled the feet. He still does not like the call.
Sometimes you don't feel it.
1:03 to go here in the first half, 22-17, and it's been a high, intense first half action.
Yeah, it has. It's been great, and like I mentioned a couple times, you can already feel a difference in the more people being allowed in. You can feel it.
Eaton gets the ball over to Heston. Heston open for three. He puts it up, hits all sides of the rim and out. Rebound by Easton Ewing as it's going to be handed off to Caleb Johnston. He'll get it up the floor to Brecken Birdie. Birdie now over to Smith. They're going to go for one final shot here. 29 seconds to go in the first half. Bulldogs lead 22-17. Birdie hands it off now to Smith. He drives, no foul call. As it comes back the other way, Carnahan kicks it out to Heston. He gets in the lane, kicks it out now to Meister. Meister shuffles the feet with 11 seconds. Coach Argerbright not pleased with the traveling violation. This is just the instance. Both coaches are pacing, they're angry, they're worked up, they're after the officiating crew. That's the intensity behind this ball game.
Yeah, and there's no like underlying hate or friction. I mean,
no.
Smith, none. It's not like this is like a huge rivalry.
It just means a lot for both teams because it's a former coach. It's the school he was at. And a missed layup here by number 22, Smith. A three-quarter court heave from the Grizzlies, no good. At the end of the first half, it is the Independence Bulldogs 22 and the Labette County Grizzlies 17. Let's take a 2-minute timeout. We come back, we'll recap the first half action here in Harrison Gymnasium.
Wood Doolahary Insurance 2020 is over. We're looking forward to a great 2021. The Chiefs are looking strong, and so are we.
Zoom calls are still part of everyday office life, and we're still social distancing.
But the one thing that didn't change, our commitment to customer service. We helped file claims when summer thunderstorms brought wind and hail damage, and continued to find customers affordable coverage options for home, auto, business, and farms. Wood Doolahary Insurance, a true constant in a year of change.
And proud partner of Auto Owners.
If you want to help others, then join Labette Community College Dental Assistant Program to place yourself in a field with rewarding income potential, job growth, mobility, and a career that's ever-changing. Start today for an engaging career, which may serve as a starting point to become a hygienist or dentist. Earn a certificate in as little as 9 months or an associate's degree in dental assisting in as little as 2 years. Earn your dental assistant degree for as little as $119 per credit hour. Call today to find out more about this exciting program being offered at the LCC Cherokee Center near Pittsburgh.
Halftime score here in Harrison Gymnasium is the Independence Bulldogs 22 and the Labette County Grizzlies 17. As Jack has disappeared for a quick minute, I'll go ahead and remind you of our sponsors here tonight, as this whole Grizzly broadcast is powered by Labette Health and the Bartlett Co-op. We also want to say thank you to Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, Woodworth Community Services, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Labette County Mental Health Services, Nodine Legal, Tank Connections, USD 506, Wood Doolahary Insurance and Real Estate, Community National Bank, Corner Store of Altamont, Thomas Implement, Farm Bureau Financial Services Agent Kendall Hall, and MJ's Burger House. 6:50 to go here till the start of our second half. Grizzlies trailing by 5. So not a complete terrible deficit, but a lot of emotion in tonight's ballgame. I know we got into it a little bit there at the end of the second quarter. You said, man, nobody hates anybody here. I think, but there's nothing more. If you're Coach Smith, you're walking in. This is the place you start. You didn't start your career here, but you built a lot here.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to come in and lose here because this is where you were. You left in the middle of the summer when you decided to retire. And this is Coach Auerbright. This is the guy you took over for, and you don't want him to beat you either.
Sure.
And so a lot of different back and forth there from the two sides. But that emotion is fed over. I know Eli Heston was sad to see Coach Smith leave, as Coach Smith meant a lot to him. So he's playing with a different intensity here tonight. And Labette County's just got to continue to trust themselves. They got to get a shot or two to go, and they got to continue to get on the boards.
Yeah, and just talk about Coach Smith for a sec. He has that impact on people and kids, students, players, whatever, just whoever he is around. Like you mentioned Eli being upset he's leaving. I was upset he left. I was sad. I mean, he just has a huge impact on people's lives. Like, he does. Like, he's like a father away from father. Like, he really is. I mean, I love Coach Smith. Love him. Him and his family, great people. It's just kind of weird seeing him over there coaching.
In orange?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. But to kind of talk about the game a little bit, Ewing has not necessarily just eaten us alive. I mean, Ewing hasn't just killed us. It's been a couple threes here and there while we're down by 5. I mean, his presence has been noticeable, and he's played well and scored a little bit, but he hasn't just came in and just knocked us out cold. It's been some of the guys around him behind the three-point line.
As we get ready to start here the second half between the Bulldogs and the Grizzlies, we're 4:50 away from the start of that. Let's take one final 2-minute timeout. We come back. We'll be ready for second half lineups and action here in Harrison Gymnasium. Grizzly band making their presence felt once again inside Harrison Gymnasium. I'm Will Owens alongside Jack Leak III. 2:22 to go till the start of second half action. Jack, what's the keys right now for these Grizzlies to climb back from a 5-point deficit?
Well, it's kind of hard to address it, because we figured that if we were down a half, it would be because of Easton Ewing, but it's not. I mean, it's really not. We've scored a couple in the paint. I would say points in the paint differential isn't more than 4 points. I don't think it is. So it really hasn't been the battle in the paint I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, the one thing about Easton that's surprised me, his court vision. We collapse and he knows it. And he's slinging it backside. He's not throwing it slow either.
Yeah, and of course, you know, I was talking earlier, it had been the people making threes that has kind of been the threat. But your point that's true, because he has created those open shots, because they had been on a couple of them wide open because of Ewing drawing all the attention. So we'll see if we can shy away from that. Whenever he catches the ball, still pay attention to the other black jerseys. And I think that's going to be the difference. But if he truly gets going, then I'm not going to say this can run away from us, but it'll be tough for us to claw back at one point in the fourth quarter. So we're going to have to keep knocking down shots. I like our shot selection. We look pretty good on offense, but it's going to be a matter of defense and just slowing them down that is going to win us this game.
Under a minute to go here. Bulldogs Grizzlies. Coach Smith, Coach Argenbright giving their words one final time to their squad before they kick it back out onto the floor. Grizzlies need to start climbing. Heston gathers his troops here on the floor to say something to them. It's the starting five for the Grizzlies, except for a change. Vincent not on the floor, Eaton is. So it's Eaton, Heston, Carnahan, Meister, and Brock. And for the Bulldogs, it is Merrick, Birdie, Johnston, Ewing, and Smith. Ball in now to Heston. He's going to be guarded by Smith. Ball comes left wing now to Carnahan. Carnahan surveys the floor. It's an open. Alex Meister over to Brock now. They rotate the perimeter. They're going to have an open three ball here for Heston. He pump fakes it, takes a step inside the three, pulls up and hits it. Eli Heston, I believe, maybe only his fourth point of the ball game. 22-19 Grizzlies with the first two, and here's a half-court trap by the Grizzlies. Ball goes corner to Merrick. He'll launch a three, leaves it short. Rebound Heston. Grizzlies push the tempo up to Brock now. Brock kicks it out to Heston. Pump fakes the three, sets his feet, and leaves it wide right, no good. Rebound to the Bulldogs, Merrick, as he brings it across the timeline, works the floor now and kicks it back out to Smith.
I mean, you like to see us come out of the gate like that rather than Indy go on a quick 4-0 run and force a timeout. It's nice to see us kind of come out and punch them first.
Merrick drives, kicks it out now to Birdie. Birdie sets it back up. Surveying the floor, continued pressure by these Grizzlies on defense. Inside to Ewing, works against Brock, goes up with a power move and score it for Easton Ewing as he'll respond to Heston's two to start the second half.
I would have liked to have seen Trent. I mean, you don't want to just completely bow down to his height and just go straight up and just, okay, I'll see what happens. But if Trent would have taken a charge there, they might have called it.
Spin move in the lane, a block by Ewing as Meister tried to get it up and over him. Rebound by number 22, Hayden Smith, as they'll set up the offense here. Surveying the floor now, he'll kick it over to Merrick. Merrick surveys, kicks it inside. Carnahan hits the deck, may have gotten elbow to the jaw. And a traveling violation against Easton Ewing. Turnover, Bulldogs, and it's Grizzly basketball here.
It's going to be big to be able to capitalize off of the turnovers because they haven't turned it over too much. When they have, it has kind of been self-inflicted, like a travel or something like that, or a possession arrow switch off of a jump. But we're going to have to start capitalizing on them.
Carnahan enters it to the high post to Trent Brock. Brock surveys the floor now. Back cut, no one there, and he'll get it off to Griffin Eaton. And a near turnover, and there it is, a turnover by Eaton, loose with the basketball. Could have got called for a carry as Jack was signaling here to my left.
He kind of does that natural carry or scoop whenever he dribbles. They just don't call it.
As it's Birdie with the basketball, poked out by Carnahan, taken away by Eaton. Eaton now bringing it across the timeline. Heston's left wide open. He's now got it. By that time, though, Smith had closed out a floater by Heston. No good as Ewing has the basketball, as he'll just bring it up the floor himself. So the 6'6" Ewing handling the ball with ease.
Yeah, it looked pretty natural, like he had ran point maybe a few times in junior high or little league.
As it's now to the right corner to Smith, now inside to Johnston, poked in the eyes, he turned it over. Turnover, Independence, and the ball stripped as Heston went up for a layup out of bounds. And Heston's got to be careful what he says, or he may get teed up here as the official heard every word of what he had to say.
Yeah. He's been kind of chippy this season on stuff like that, which, I mean, I don't mind a little emotion.
Carnahan drives, kicks it out to Brock, now over to Eaton. Eaton now swings it to Meister, down screen set. Now Labette County will set more screens. And Heston was somewhat open, but they're not letting him breathe.
Yeah, they're not, and the ball's kind of sticking right now. One of my keys was ball movement, and Griff's had it for 15 seconds. Now he passes it.
As Heston has it on the left wing working against Smith. Pump fakes, nothing there, kicks it to Meister. Meister will drive baseline, go up and score the layup for Alex Meister. 24-21, lead for the Bulldogs is just 3. As the Grizzlies are in a half-court trap here, cut backside as Johnston goes up, kicks it out now to Ewing. Ewing will go in and connect it for an and one as they will get the foul on number 5, Eli Heston. As he says, I got all ball, but they say he has the wrist, as that is the 3rd on Eli. The first of the half against the Grizzlies. Bulldogs lead is 5 with Ewing head to the line for one more. Johnston checks out with the eye problem, and it will be number 20, Wilson, checking in. Free throw no good from Ewing. Rebound by Alex Meister. Grizzlies just trailed by 5. A bucket here would swing momentum once again.
Yeah.
Heston sets it up on the left wing. Waiting for a screen from Brock. Elects not to use it. Pulls up from inside the 3-point line and connects it. Timeout, Labette County immediately. Lead is just 3 for the Bulldogs. It's a 30-second timeout here in Harrison. Let's take it. 30 seconds on KLKC.
It can happen any time or place. You feel a tingle in your face. You move your arm feels weak. The words won't come when you're trying to speak. Folks may think it's all a joke, but it ain't no joke. It's a stroke. Face, arm, speech, time. That smells fast.
Better call 911.
At Strokes First Sign. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Time means brain, so don't waste time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast. Face, arm, speech, time. Act fast.
In an emergency, take me to Labette Health.
(26-23), full court 2-2-1 press here from the Grizzlies. Wilson set to inbound it for the Bulldogs. He'll inbound it now to Smith as the ball rotates around. Wilson with it into the middle to Ewing. Backside to Smith. Lob at the rim to Merrick. And the Bulldogs break the press and score at 28-23. 3:35 remains in quarter number 3. Grizzlies still looking to cut into that 5-point lead. As just on cue when you try to climb an illegal screen against Chase Carnahan, as that's Carnahan's first and the second against the Labette County Grizzlies.
Yeah, and as ugly as the third quarter as it's been, we haven't looked near as comfortable, especially on offense with the ball here in the third quarter. We're only down 5. We're down 2 possessions.
As a drive here by Birdie, he's going to draw the blocking foul against the Grizzlies. As it's going to go on number 21, Trent Brock, as he tried to step in to take the charge. As that is number 2 on Brock. Argerbright still barking about the carrying violation that could have been called on Birdie. Free throw is off the mark, as Baker will check in for the first time, and Vincent will check in for the first time in the second half. So that will send Brock and Eaton to the line. So Ewing versus Baker, this could be interesting. Freshman versus sophomore. Ewing's got a few more pounds on the 6'6" Baker, though.
It is going to be interesting. I wondered if we see this matchup tonight, and we finally do here with 3 minutes to go.
It's big boy basketball.
Yeah, it is. Good experience for Hudson, too.
Yeah, it is. Kid he'll see for the next 3 years, too.
True.
Or 2 years, I guess. As it's Meister with it, kicks it to Heston on the left corner. Back up now to Vincent. A matchup zone by these Bulldogs. And a 2-3 setup. Meister thought about the 3 now. Tries to throw a bullet right into Heston, but it's turned over as Heston was not ready for that missile from Meister. 29-23, Bulldogs with the basketball. Grizzlies need a stop here on the defensive end. And a steal by Vincent, pokes it out of the hands of Birdie. Vincent goes up with the left hand and misses the layup, and a foul called on Chase Carnahan as Carnahan tried to go for the steal. That is foul number 2 on Carnahan. And a huge miss, as we're going to see a little bit more depth coming out of the Grizzly bench. John Kohler is going to check into this basketball game and replace Alex Meister here at the 2:29 mark in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think Trey was just hearing footsteps that weren't there. He didn't know he had his man beat by so much and slowed down and made it kind of awkward for himself.
Smith with it at the top of the key, kicks it to Birdie in the left corner. Birdie pump fakes Vincent in the air, now rotates it back out. Smith hands it back off to Birdie. Birdie goes inside to Ewing, and a foul called on Baker for the reach around. Ball out of bounds to the Bulldogs. as we'll see what the Grizzlies elect to do here. Team foul number 5. 5-0 in the team fouls here
I just
in
realized
the
that.
second half. Ewing with it, working against Baker. Baker just stands his ground as they kick it out. An open three from Birdie. He hits it for the Bulldogs. 23-32, Bulldog lead now 9. Heston with it, rotates it around to Carnahan. Carnahan surveys the floor. It's a 2-3 zone. Vincent with it on the right wing, looking around the paint. As now Vincent drives, kicks it to Kohler. He'll launch the three. It's going to be long, no good. No rebound on the backside as it's tracked down by Smith as the Bulldogs are trying to extend that lead into double digits. It's not the game, but it's a big defensive time right now.
Yeah, and we always say that what quarter is the most important? The third. And we're down 9 with a minute to go. This minute's going to be big moving forward.
Ball inside to Ewing, works against Baker.
Oh, my
Spin
goodness.
move and one for Easton Ewing as he goes and works against Baker. As they're going to get number 4, not even Baker for the foul. They're going to get Trey Vincent for the foul.
That hurts.
As they're going to extend that lead now with the and one. His first shot is up and in. 3-point play for Ewing. 12-point Bulldog lead. Grizzlies got to respond. Somebody's got to take control here. Vincent drives, kicks it to Kohler. Kohler now up top to Heston. Heston working at the top of the key, drives and draws the foul against number 4, Davis Merrick, as Coach Albright's letting him hear the foul total, 6-1. As he continues to work the sideline.
It'll probably even out here in a minute. That's how it was in the girls' game.
Or it may end up in a tee because he's still working.
That is
true. And the officials are watching him. As a sub comes in for the Bulldogs, number 12, Cooper Smith. As ball kicks out to Carnahan, he'll run the offense here for Labette County. 53 seconds to go here. A three from Heston, wide right, rebound backside by Smith. 35-23, 43 seconds to go here in quarter number 3. As Bulldogs survey the floor now, hand it off to Merrick. Merrick will get a double screen by the Bulldogs, and he'll dribble weave it over now to Johnston. Double screen set at the top of the key, killing the time, looking for one shot here with 25 seconds to go. As a traveling violation, no call. They're going to say it was tipped, and they're going to say white basketball. So they're saying the ball was bobbled, no travel, and it goes to Labette County here with 19.5 seconds left. 35-23 Bulldogs.
We needed something to go our way, and that was a good time for it.
Heston drives and draws the foul on number 4, Davis Merrick, as he's pleading his case now. And emotions are still pretty high, and it's tense right now in this gymnasium, as that's team foul number 2, or number 4, personal foul number 4 against Merrick, number 2 against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it is still high. I mean, I wondered if they could keep up the intensity that they had in the first half on into the second half, and they have.
Ball inbounded to Carnahan, now to Heston. 6 seconds on the clock, now 5. He's going to take the last one. Step back 3. He is fouled by number 22, Hayden Smith, on the shot, as that will be 3 shots coming for Eli Heston.
Man, I'm just still picturing that shot falling because that looked really good for a long time.
Coach Smith working on the official now himself. So this officiating crew is getting their money's worth tonight, as the first shot from Heston is no good.
I think he's now 0 for...
He's hit 1.
1 for 3. 1 for 3. Okay, never mind.
Another shot from Heston coming, as it is up and in for Eli. Heston hits the second one. One more to come, can put the lead back to 10 here with this free throw right here.
I said earlier free throws were going to be big, and I knew that we were going to need every point that we could get going into the final stretch of this game.
Heston's last free throw is up and in. 35-25, 1 second to go. A traveling violation at the end of the half. into the third quarter. At the end of quarter number 3, it is.
There was time on the clock.
They're going to visit with it. We're going to keep it right here. As of right now, it's the Bulldogs 35, Labette County Grizzlies 25. As they're seeing if there would be 1 second left. Argabright's still sitting here waiting, wanting that 1 second. As we'll see what they say. Yeah, they're going to say 1.5 left in the quarter off the traveling violation. 1.5. Coach Smith does not like the call. As tempers are still rising here in this gym. It's quite interesting. If you're sitting here, I know if you're at home, you're listening, but the gym is very, very high intensity. 0.7 seconds is what they say. So 0.7, and it's going to be the Grizzlies set for the inbound here. 35-25 the score. Just got to try to set a double screen or something and heave up a look before it goes off. You don't even have time to take a dribble. It touches your hand, you got to shoot it. That's exactly what he got. So at the end of quarter number 3, it is the Labette County Grizzlies trailing by 10, 35-25, 60-second timeout here on KLKC.
Hi, this is Brian at Bowen Pharmacy, and we are so excited to have this new compounding lab that we have created and designed to help you choose the different kind of medications that you might need. In here, we do compounding, custom medications for you. We could do bioidentical hormones, so that's testosterone, estrogen, progesterone. We could do DHEA. We could do any of those medications to help you level out those hormones to help you stay healthy and better. We could do troches. We could do capsules. We can even do rapidly dissolved tablets, all right here at Bowen Pharmacy in Parsons, Kansas. We even have great diaper rash cream that will help your baby heal and be better and safer in the long run. Once again, we're always thankful that you choose Bowen Pharmacy to be your local provider and to make you better and to help you stay healthier and live longer. Thank you and enjoy the day.
And the Grizzlies. It's a 10-point Bulldog lead, but it does not feel like a 10-point lead here in this gym.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, you said it, in this gym, because it feels like it could just change on a dime, which that's basketball, but kind of on steroids tonight, as this gym is intense.
A near steal by Carnahan as they tried to inbound it from half court down into the corner to Birdie, which then I assume would have opened it up an ISO here for Ewing, as we'll see what the Bulldogs elect to do. It's inbounds now. It goes right inside to Ewing, and a charge against Easton Ewing, lowering the shoulder right into Trent Brock. So a charging violation against the Independence Bulldogs, as Coach Smith's pleading his case on this one now.
And I think that's another thing that you have to do on him is just try to take charges.
As that's 2 on Ewing. So he's not in foul trouble yet. Ball into Heston on the left wing. Hits a cutting Carnahan, now outside to Meister. Back to Carnahan now. Matchup zone almost. Now they switch back into man. It is almost a matchup zone for these Bulldogs.
They opened up in it.
As a floater by Carnahan, no good. Gets his own miss and puts it back in. 8-point Bulldog lead, full court pressure from the Grizzlies. As Smith has the basketball, now up to Ewing. Ewing will bring it up the floor, worked on by Brock. He goes all the way to the rim. He's going to be fouled by Trent Brock. That'll be, I believe, Brock's 3rd. Jack, if I'm not mistaken, you're over here watching the KU game.
Hey, I feel like I'm doing a pretty good job.
You're multitasking pretty hard.
I am.
As that is Brock's 3rd. 17 fouls against the Grizzlies, as that will send Ewing to the line. Johnston checks back, or Wilson checks in to replace number 12, Cooper Smith. Ewing's first shot of the 1-and-1 is up and in. Easton Hodge will check in now for Labette County for the first time in this game, as he will replace Trent Brock, number 21, with those 3 fouls.
And that was one of the first times that we had seen him like truly get downhill and try to attack the rack, and it looked pretty pure, and here he is making free throws.
One more shot from Ewing is up and in 37-27, Indy lead right back to 10. Heston with the basketball, works on the right wing now, drives baseline against Johnston. He's going to kick it back out to Carnahan. Carnahan drives, gives it back to Heston. Heston continues to work that lane over to Eaton, now to Meister. He'll launch a three. It would be huge, but it is short. Rebound tipped out by Hodge, but corralled by Ewing. As it's right now in Smith's hands of the Bulldogs. Full court pressure by the Grizzlies here just 2 minutes into this fourth quarter.
It's getting to the point where every possession is like gold. You have to treat it so precious because you never know whenever it's going to be too little, too late.
Full pressure by Labette County at every waking moment. Wilson with the basketball goes in. He has a traveling violation. He didn't land both feet at the same time. Augerbright raises his hands, and yes, with 2 fists to the air. And it's Labette County basketball here, trailing by 10. Carnahan running the point guard position. Heston with it, drives right. He's guarded by Johnston. He is fouled.
Starting to even out a little bit.
As that is 5 team fouls against the Bulldogs. Ball will come in from the sideline. Meister set to inbound it. Carnahan goes into the back court as now he'll step into the front court with the basketball. 10-point Bulldog lead. He'll swing it over to Meister, or to Eaton, now into Meister in the corner, back to Heston on the left wing. Heston trying to find an open shot, but not much breathing room for Heston. As they're curling off it, now it's up to Meister on the left wing. He drives, puts up a floater, and connects it. Tried to draw a foul, but nothing there. 8-point Bulldog lead, 37-29. Good defense by the Grizzlies as Smith brings it up the floor. Throws it into traffic. Wilson has it stripped, and Eaton steps out of bounds as he went to save it. As it will stay with the Bulldogs on an inbounds. And this might be a very, very long 5:55.
Yeah, even with the running clock, it would feel like a long 5:55 just because of some of the tension that's rising.
As a drive by Ewing, he shows his muscle and his physicality and just goes right after Easton Hodge and connects it 39-29. Heston spins in the lane, pull up, fade away, no good. Rebound by Ewing as he rips it down and kicks it over to Smith.
And we did a good job of not doing this in the first half, but we can't get frustrated and then find ourselves to a point where we can't do anything about it because we're still in striking distance. We just have to stay there.
Ball to Ewing, guarded by Easton Hodge. Ewing's going to work against Hodge. Good defense by Easton as now Johnston has it, dishes it inside to number 22, Hayden Smith, as a shuffle of the feet was not called, and now it's Meister with it trying to attack. The lead has grown to 12 now for the Bulldogs. Driving rights, Eaton. Eaton now kicks it to Heston in the corner. Heston will bring it out, put a floater over Ewing, and draw the foul. So 3 fouls now on Easton Ewing, as Heston will head to the line for 2 shots.
Yeah, and this is 4th or 5th time now where I've noticed on a possession Eli trying so hard to just take over and just do all that he can, even if that was kind of a rush shot. I mean, we need someone to do something, and here he is trying to score at the free throw.
Shot from Heston. First one is up and in. 11-point Bulldog lead now. 4:58 remains in regulation. And the Bulldog lead is now 10 following the free throw from Heston. Ball inbounded for the Bulldogs as it's up to Smith. Now into the middle to Ewing. He spins, looks backside, nothing there. Takes a dribble across half court. Now hands off to Smith in the corner as Smith goes into the middle of the floor now and sets back up the offense. Grizzly defense has to get up.
Yeah, they do. They need to force a turnover.
As Wilson has it at the top of the key, surveying, double team coming as he'll get it into Johnston. Now Johnston will shuffle the feet. Traveling violation against the Bulldogs, and it will be Labette County basketball here, trailing by 10, and a timeout. Coach Smith, 30 seconds. We'll keep it here, and we'll let Jack read the ads here for tonight's broadcast, powered by the Bartlett Co-op and Labette Health.
We'd like to thank some of our sponsors, which include Labette Community College, Forbes Hoffman Funeral Homes, Clemens Insurance Agency, Eye Care Associates of Parsons, Labette Bank, Woodworth Community Services, Herman Lumber, Carson Wall Funeral Homes, Commercial Bank, Labette County Mental Health Services, No Dying Legal, Tank Connections, USD 506, Wood-Dulaherry Insurance and Real Estate, Community National Bank, the Corner Store of Altamont, Thomas Implement of Altamont, Farm Bureau Agent Kendall Hall, and MJ's Burger House. And make sure you stay tuned for our post-game show after the action concludes, which is sponsored by Bowen Pharmacy.
Intensity growing in here. 10-point Bulldog lead. Grizzlies got to find some scoring somewhere. Carnahan with it, kicks it over to Hodge, now over to Heston. Open three from Meister, if it will go, and it does. That lead is down to 7 and a full timeout from Coach Argerbright as Vincent and Brock will check in. 41-34, 30-second timeout right here on KLKC.
Wood-Dulaherry Insurance 2020 is over. We're looking forward to a great 2021. The Chiefs are looking strong, and so are we.
Zoom calls are still part of everyday office life, and we're still social distancing.
But the one thing that didn't change, our commitment to customer service. We helped file claims when summer thunderstorms brought wind and hail damage, and continued to find customers affordable coverage options for home, auto, business, and farms. Wood-Dulaherry Insurance, a true constant in a year of change.
And proud partner of Auto Owners Insurance.
Jim is continuing to rock inside here at Harrison Gymnasium. 41-34. Bulldogs with the basketball. Full court pressure here from Labette County.
And that's where it begins, ball pressure, and we have to take that pressure and make a turnover out of it.
Bulldogs try to get the ball in, nothing there, and it is a 5-second call against the against the Independence Bulldogs. Great defense by the Grizzlies, as I have a feeling we're going to try and set up a three here for Eli Heston.
I would assume, and if he makes it, I'll love it, but we don't need a three.
As here it is, a double screen. They can't get through it. Carnahan drives, misses the layup. Rebound by Ewing, as Ewing's going to kick it off now to Birdie. Birdie will bring it up the floor. Oh, carrying violation, but they're not calling it. He's getting a hand really close to underneath the side of that ball. As it's kicked out to Merrick. Merrick back on the floor with those 4 fouls. Merrick will hand it off now to Smith, as it looks like Bulldogs are content going into a clock set. As it's over now to Birdie. As this continual dribble handoff, they go inside now to Ewing. He'll go up and score it over Trent Brock. 43-34. As we'll see Coach Argerbright turn around saying something to his bench. I don't know who. He might not be sending anybody in, but the ball is tipped, corralled by Alex Meister. 3:18 to go, and it is a 9-point Bulldog lead. You're taking too much time. You got to do something. Getting close to a 5-second call, but nothing there called yet. Now they'll get it to Heston. Heston pump fakes the three. Now he'll drive, put a floater in lane, blocked from behind. As Heston hits the deck, and he looks to be hobbling. As a foul.
He can't walk.
On Carnahan. I don't know if he's cramping.
I think he.
Looks like a cramp. You can see the muscle,
it.
and it's just a pure cramp all the way around that calf.
Yeah, you can see it.
As he's continually trying to stretch it out. So foul on Carnahan will send number 22, Hayden Smith, to the line for a 1-and-1. Team fouls are 8-6. Next one on the Bulldogs puts the Grizzlies in the bonus. First shot from Smith is up and in. One more to come here for Hayden Smith.
Independence has done a nice job because a lot of times teams get really, really tight and don't shoot the ball at all down the stretch when they have a lead. But they've done a pretty good job of staying loose and taking those shots that are there.
Second shot no good by Smith. Rebound by Alex Meister. Meister now will set up the basketball, drive in the lane, now surveys, dumps it backside to Brock. Brock now works in, gets it outside to Heston. 2:40 to go. Grizzlies trail by 10. Grizzlies have got to shoot the basketball. Running floater by Vincent, no good. Rebound by Ewing. As now they'll kick it over to number 22, Hayden Smith. And Smith dribbles through, and they're going to get Carnahan with the foul for a reach. And that will send Hayden Smith to the line.
I mean, other than a forced three, that was probably the best decision we had. He had an open lane and shot a floater and just missed it.
Yep.
I mean, there's nothing more to it than that.
Shot from Smith is up and in. 45-34, 11-point Bulldog lead as it stayed about the double-digit mark all the way through.
Yeah.
His next shot from Smith is up, hits all sides of the rims, and is out. Rebound by Ewing, and he puts it in. Timeout, Coach Smith. It will be a full timeout. It's 47-34, Bulldogs lead. Let's take 30 seconds here on KLKC.
I'm a patriot and a mechanic, which means I know the difference between a symbol and a tool. The American flag is a symbol of everything that I would die to defend. This is a tool. It says nothing about my politics. I wear it to protect the people that I love. We have a job to do, and this is the right tool for that job.
As it is 47-34, 2:20 remains. Grizzlies have to go, and they have to get hot from the perimeter in this one. And there's not much more else you can say. You're going to have to knock down a couple threes here and make it a game to get it a challenge at least. It's their basketball. Coach Smith called a full timeout. Both teams with 3 total timeouts left. So the Grizzlies do have a chance, but some shots have to go.
Yeah, they do, and you want to set a ball screen because you want to try to get as open as you can rather than just force one up off of some dribbles.
Meister will launch a 3. Long, no good. Rebound by Ewing. As Meister hits the deck, Ewing just stands there. Now hand it off to number 22, Hayden Smith, as they'll go back into their clock set of the dribble weave. Carnahan hounding Smith, trying to strip that basketball, as he'll kick it out now to Birdie, Birdie now over to Johnston, surveying the floor now, kicks it corner. Inside it goes to Ewing on the post, and he scores it. And Easton Ewing's just showing his post capabilities right now late in this one.
Yeah, he is. I mean, I figured there'd be a moment where he goes on a 4-6 score spurt, and it just so happened to come at a bad time. He's dominated the last few minutes.
An awkward-looking floater, and Heston's cramping once again. You see that muscle.
Yeah, you can.
As it is just fully cramped all the way down that back leg. As Heston says he's okay, so they're not going to send the sub in for him.
Imagine that. He wants to tough it out.
49-36. 1:23 to go. Labette County has to have the basketball. Ewing driving, kicks it out now to Merrick. Merrick surveys, back over to Smith, inside to Ewing it goes. Chase Carnahan just comes in and rips it out of the hands of Easton Ewing. Eli Heston with the basketball as Coach Argerbright sends all of his subs to the table. A 3 from Meister, no good. Rebound Johnston as he gives it off now to number 22, Hayden Smith. Ball up the floor, down to Johnston, and that will about put a nail in the coffin. 51-36. Bulldogs with the lead as Coach Arbright's sitting there trying to call a timeout just for substitutions. So Coach Argerbright will send in a whole new 5 for Labette County, as it will be Peak, Easton Hodge, Russell McCarty, and John Kohler alongside Hudson Baker. So 5 new subs for the Bulldogs as Coach Smith empties his bench as well. Ball inbounded to Kohler. 51-36, 30 seconds remain here in the fourth quarter as ball comes over to Cooper Peak. Peak now down to Easton Hodge. Hodge drive, spin, move, pulls up from the baseline. Good move, just not enough strength on it to get over the rim. And Hodge takes out a hand and a held ball as it will stay with Labette County.
Yeah, that was a nice looking move there by Hodge, and he's somebody who I have high hopes for his game evolving, getting a little bit stronger, and being able to muscle people around down in the paint a little bit more in the coming years.
Baker gets the basketball. He's blocked by the 6'7" sophomore for the Bulldogs. You talk about length to come for the Bulldogs. 6'7" and 6'6" on the table could be a nightmare.
Yeah, it could.
As they will dribble it out, 4-3-2. It will be a final score here in Harrison Gymnasium. Labette County Grizzlies fall to the Independence Bulldogs, 51-36. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll break it down for you and get you ready for Thursday night between the Grizzlies and the Blue Comets.